FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? This your boy Thal, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Monday, man. First Monday of February. Hope everybody feeling real good. Good energy around, good love around. It's a lot of crazy content, crazy stuff going on, good content to check out. The E-files done dropped. All type of names been getting mentioned in it. I'm over the E-files. I'm just like, man, whatever, man. They dropping these files. They mentioning all this shit. We seeing all these videos and all these names and these emails. We seeing videos and everything, but is anybody go take accountability? Is it gonna be any consequences? Is anybody gonna get in trouble for any of this stuff? You feel me? We don't know. So I'm just over it. But some of the names we've been seeing, I looked through some of the files too. I seen some crazy stuff. I seen Rihanna name in there. Of course, Jay-Z. They said Jay-Z done jumped on a plane and left the country. He done shut his Instagram down. I don't know. Maybe Jay feeling a certain way. Maybe feeling hot. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Pusha T. Man, there's a lot of people. Chris Tucker. There's a lot of people that got mentioned in there. Their names popped up. I don't know if they had anything to do with anything, but there was a lot of names popping up. When I seen the file with Rihanna name, I guess she had called Jeffrey Epstein one time. I don't know what they had a conversation about, but crazy work. It's crazy work. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff. They saying that Trizzy tried to part ways with Epstein. They saying Trizzy might be an informant. They said Trizzy was like trying to ban him from Mar-a-Lago, and I don't know if Trizzy turned into an informant and was giving up information on Epstein after a while or something. I don't know, man. It's a lot of crazy information out there, man, but salute to everybody. We just gotta wait for a few people to fall in, then we'll get started. Crazy times we living in, man. For real. I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure in the next few days we start seeing more and more information coming out and everything. Salute the DJ in the building. Elaine was good. And then we'll start seeing more and more stuff coming out. And I'm sure it's gonna be something else coming out too to distract everybody from all this crazy stuff. Just a matter of time. For real. Charisma was good. Let's go ahead and get it started, y'all. Let's get into this content. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. People will get the following in once we get in here. Let's get it going.
But oh yeah, there is no, not this. This is some number one what? Mark, I have no doubt that you're a partner in your brother's case and you should go to prison. You know you cannot escape from me. You know that I can determine your crime. I do not want to bother you. I'm looking for my money. Give me $10,000 so I cannot text you again. Mark, and I'm an IRGC informant. I told you before, I got my master's degree from the military university affiliated with the IRGC. Suffice it to say that you know Trump had sex with a girl under the age of 18 on your brother's island. Trump has assassinated an IRGC commander. They hate Trump. If I tell them that they can expose Trump through you, then it's not just a matter of hacking information. Even your life will be in danger. I can send you the membership card in the IRGC in the secret Telegram chat to use. What the fuck? So this is Iran. And now Trump's attacking Iran. Look at this. Oh my fucking God.
Can bring a little baby back for you.
And another thing, they said, I seen in the files that I did not know they shot that. Did y'all know they shot R. Kelly and Jay-Z shot that Fiesta video on Epstein Island? That's what they saying. I don't know. I was trying to look for it in there and everything, try to find it in the Epstein library on the Department of Justice on the site and everything, but I didn't really see it. But I've been seeing a lot of people say that that's where they shot that video at. I was like, man, that's crazy work if they did. For real, for real. Solo, what up?
Or 2, boys or girls, so Madonna. We'll email when we get to Amsterdam. That is a real email from the recent Epstein Files releases. And if you want to take a screenshot or pause this and look, this is the email itself. It was sent by a woman named Penny Siegel to Jeffrey Epstein's email account in 2009 with the subject Kenya. And I don't know what this means. I don't know if this woman was talking about actually smuggling babies out of Kenya to be given to Jeffrey Epstein. If she was talking about trafficking children, I don't know. But I've heard stories like this before. For example, in the Marc Dutroux story, Marc Dutroux is basically the Jeffrey Epstein of Belgium. There were allegations from victim witnesses that they actually had baby farms, aka locations, warehouses, where mothers were literally chained up and kept in these warehouses, safe houses, warehouses, whatever they were, and they were raped and then forced to stay there until they gave birth. The kids were then sold off to various pedophile rings, sex trafficking organizations, and the mothers were then raped again and impregnated, and the thing just continued on and on. So this is not something new, and some of these allegations that we've seen in the last few days have been incredibly disturbing. You probably know this already. I mean, I covered this yesterday. We talked about somebody who wrote into the FBI and claimed that they saw babies getting their intestines cut out, the feces eaten from their intestines on a private boat party. And I'm not saying I endorse all of these claims and I believe all of these claims, but I think that it's important to note that there's a historic trend of these claims being made surrounding these sorts of rings. This is not new. We are still just scratching the surface of how dark Epstein really was. And they're never, ever going to reveal the full truth about it. That is something I can promise and guarantee you right now. But I'm going to keep on digging and keep asking questions. Now, it's interesting, actually. I'm just connecting this now. This email actually talks about getting to Amsterdam with the babies. That's where Marc Dutroux's victims claimed the baby factories were essentially being ran out of. It was in Amsterdam. So let me know your thoughts on all this below. I'm very curious to see what you guys think of all this.
Baby farms, where they chain the mothers up while they pregnant until they have birth. And then ain't no telling after they have birth what they let them go or take their life, or ain't no telling what happened to them after that. But if this is real, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Now I know this can sound like a horror film or a scary movie, like it ain't real or something, but you will be surprised, y'all, at the type of stuff that be going on out here. Now this is crazy. Baby farms. Real crazy. Planet Miss Prime was good. Buddha, what up?
What did you think of the latest release of Epstein files, and do you think your critics will be satisfied with?
Well, they should be, because it looked like this guy Wolf was a writer, was conspiring with Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, you know, the radical left. That Wolf, who's a third-rate writer, was conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to hurt me, politically or otherwise, and that came through loud and clear. So we'll probably sue Wolf on that. And maybe the Epstein estate, I guess. I don't know, but we're going to certainly sue them.
You want to sue the Epstein estate?
Well, you may, I guess so, because he was conspiring with Wolf to do harm to me politically. That's not a friend.
I don't believe.
If he's suing, we will see all details. Let's see if Trizzy's suing. Let's see.
Believe the files are false, and I don't believe the files are true, right? Here's what I understand about America and history, and just the world in history. People lie, you know. They trying to create narratives. They change his story. So if they lie in the past, if I see them lying now, What makes me think they wouldn't lie about the files?
Right.
I'm not saying that some of it isn't true. I think some of it is true. But I don't think it's the truth. I don't think they put the whole story.
Right.
You know, fragments of the story. Maybe even some lies in there to make up some of the story, right? But this goes back into my whole mindset now. It's like, I can't believe none of this. They lied to me about the past. They lied to me about the present. What makes me think that they won't continue to lie and that they didn't lie about the Epstein files? You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is this. The illusion is that they're separated. And they're all the same.
Right.
Because they all know what's going on. So.
Right, man.
You know, the files are the files. I don't think we'll ever get the real files.
Exactly.
But I will never believe that it is or it isn't.
I believe everybody guilty. Both sides. It don't matter what side. All the politics, all the politicians, everybody. It's every damn near everybody involved. Somehow, some way. And some of them don't want their name to be said and don't want to be, you know, exposed to this and everything. So I'm pretty sure that's why they ain't release everything. Because think about it. Why wouldn't they release everything? Why would they release a certain amount of files, but they still got some that they ain't released yet? Like, why release everything? Why the fuck is y'all still hiding some? Rough Rider, what up? And Miss Cash Cow, what's good?
Hold up. Isn't this the fucking governor of New York? He just got elected. Don't tell me.
Oh.
Bro!
Man, don't tell me Epstein was knocking his mama off back in the day. Damn. Then again, it might just, you know, this just might be a narrative and everything, whatever. But man, oh my God.
He just got elected. Don't tell me.
That's crazy.
Bro!
And then he in politics. He just got elected. He the governor of New York, y'all. Like, this crazy. There's old pictures of his mama with Epstein. Man, this shit crazy. It's all a big circle, man. Everybody tied in. Just like I just said, man. That's why I'm tired of this shit. Fuck the Epstein files. Everybody involved. Lock all their asses up. That's why I made the thumbnail like that. Put everybody in handcuffs.
That's his son. That's Epstein's son?
Supposedly, Epstein died August 10th, but this photo was taken August 30th on his island. And you can clearly see that I don't know if it's him or not. Like, I can't all the way see it, but that kind of looked like him right there in the light blue shirt. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. This shit is weird.
Jeffrey, these things happen. Why didn't I close my eyes fast enough? The doctor was different again. I think from Israel. He had kind eyes, but he didn't speak directly to me. This was different. A shot in those rod-like things had a hook, so much pain. Ghislaine said to push all the pain away. I don't understand. Blood and water all over the bed. She was right. Like feeling when your tummy hurts and you have to put...
What? Was that a witness like describing a fucking abortion or something? Abortion they had? Huh? Big Ant, what's good?
but he didn't speak directly to me. This was different. A shot in those rod-like things had a hook, so much pain. Ghislaine said to push all the pain away. I don't understand. Blood and water all over the bed. She was right. Like feeling when your tummy hurts and you have to put...
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Damn. That's the same thing.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, that whole Epstein library would have you saying the same thing. Oh my God, what the fuck? Like, just go and look. Look at some of the stuff in there. You'll be like, man, I can't believe this.
Oh my...
Fundamental part of money, which is called fractionalized banking. And fractionalized banking is something that finance people understand, and the people on the street, and when I say people on the street, that's where I was when I started on Wall Street, would find it impossible to believe. Impossible. Why? Bannon Bank, I give you $1, just one single dollar. In our system of banking, I would say, okay, Steve, I gave you $1. How much could you lend out to your friends? And your natural reaction would be probably something less than $1 because I want to keep something in my pocket. The way our system works is if you as a bank are holding my dollar, you can lend out an additional $8 or $9.
That's because ain't no money in the banks. That's what they be doing. All this shit. That's why you go to the bank. There ain't no money in them motherfuckers. It's all digital, everything. That's how they be doing it. Like if all of us went to the bank, everybody in the world tomorrow, I'm like, fuck it, we want all our money. We want our money. Take our money out the banks. They wouldn't even be able to do it, y'all.
No, it's impossible. I only have $1, Jeffrey. We have something called fractionalized reserves, which is if you have 1, you can lend out 9. That's the way our system works. And so not only do world leaders not understand banking, but the man on the street, my father who worked in the park department, it would be beyond his imagination that people could lend out more money than they actually had in their pocket. If the public understood that the bank really doesn't have their money at any one time, one of the things during the Depression, there were runs on the bank. The reason the banks don't keep much money in the actual bank is they assume that not everyone's going to want their money on the same day.
See?
So it's not really the fear of inflation. The fear is a run on the bank. Everybody wants to take out something that doesn't really exist.
That's crazy.
But what really happened, the real enemy of the finance system was Bill Clinton. And if you ask me what and who caused the financial crisis, I would tell you it was Bill Clinton.
Because of what Bob Rubin and he did to the financial
Hey, the funny thing to me is how all these motherfuckers be throwing each other under the bus. Everybody saying each other's name. Even like how Elon said like Bill was in the Epstein files and Trizzy was in the Epstein files and they said he was in there and like everybody throwing each other under the bus. They was all fucking with each other. But they throw each other under the bus, knowing they all done did some bullshit with each other before. Like he know him and Bill Clinton did some bullshit on the island before. He go just do that, throw him under the bus like that.
Regulate the financial system?
No. Because as of the last time we had our 60-minute interview, you talked to me about home ownership. And you asked me whether everyone should own a home. And I told you no, it's too risky.
So the financial collapse of 2008 is because of hardworking African Americans, Hispanics, and whites who wanted to have a ownership stake in the society that all rests on their shoulders. They're the culprits.
No, not at all.
Okay, then
I didn't say they were the culprits. I was pretty clear it was Bill Clinton.
No, the culprits was all these financial companies and these lenders that was giving out those loans to all these people. I remember in 2008, I was living in Atlanta and a couple of my homies, they had a couple of cribs. And it's crazy because they all foreclosed on all those cribs. Like I remember one of my homies, like he had about 3 cribs at one time. And he had good intentions on like getting the cribs and renting them out and keeping them and everything, but somehow, some way he went under. But I remember that time vividly. Like they was giving everybody like, yeah, you can go get you a crib, man. What's your credit score? 600? 620? You can go get you a crib, man. They approve you and everything. For real.
When you realize that they are still sacrificing children to the same gods from the beginning of time, you really realize this world is so spiritual, and you realize that the Bible proves to be true. The fact that these elites are sacrificing children to Baal and Moloch, still to this day, it's 2026, they are actively on this island making these children have babies to sacrifice them to Baal or Moloch. The fact that Jeffrey Epstein's bank account name is Baal says everything I need to know. No, they worship those same gods. These are all the same bloodlines of people. Nothing has changed. Y'all understand the torture that they put these children through? Not just the kids that they are kidnapping and snatching away from their families, but the kids that they are also making these kids have, mind you, through SA, right? Because they are raping these children as well. Then making them have the baby only to sacrifice the baby to one of these gods. Y'all don't understand that when the Bible says that Satan is the lowercase g god of this world, this is exactly what the things entail. I understand that they would quite literally, these things would be heated up like a furnace. It would be like statues, and they would be heated up like a furnace, and they would put the baby alive, might I add, into these furnaces to sacrifice the baby. This is sick, bro. This is so sick. Mind you, they eat them and they drink their red stuff that's in their body.
If you've been following me on Twitter, how long I've been telling y'all they trying to clone me? I'm like, man, they trying to kill me and clone me. I said this like 3-4 months ago on Twitter. Because I felt it. I seen it. I seen them trying to do it. You feel me? Because I'm tapped in like them like, oh, okay, cool.
It's crazy how Rashad Jamal predicted this stuff and it happened to him. Like he said they're trying to clone him, and he even said like they're gonna try to lock me up or something because I'm waking people up. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all the truth. And look what happened. He ended up getting locked up. Like that's crazy. Photron was good. Queen Libra was good. Felicia was good. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in.
Then the death threats, right? Because they want to be able to control me. You feel me? They know that a lot of y'all pay attention, so they wouldn't flat out try to just get me out the way like that because they don't want to cause that type of ruckus. They not stupid. It makes more sense for them to try to clone me. You feel me? And keep me here and control me and control y'all through me. Then to try to completely get me out the way. You gotta think how they think, man. I'm telling y'all shit. I'm telling y'all this for real. This live gotta be like being screen recorded or something.
Studied Donald Trump's finances, including obtaining his tax returns of some colleagues for over a 20-year period. And this amount is really greater than the sum total of everything he made from his inheritance, from being on The Apprentice, and from all the licensing deals while he was on The Apprentice.
It's more than he ever made in his whole life.
I think those things were his big profit centers because his business performance was uneven. Right. So those three things that were really his golden days, this is more than that all in 1 year.
Man, he said Trizzy pocketed $1.4 billion since he been in the president. And I'm not surprised by it. Shit. They all be getting money, but he got some money. But he more of a business president, so he probably knew how to do some shit behind closed doors, between the fine lines and everything, stretch some money, get some extra money, because $1.4 billion? What you doing, Trizzy? The same shit you was trying to do, expose everybody else. You need to open up the books and show what you doing too, man. You might as well.
Prices are starting to go rapidly down. Rent is down. Airfares are down. Hotel rates are down. Cell phone prices are down. And we're just getting started.
Man, that's a damn lie. Man, hit the like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping, man. Let's keep it going, man. Oh, like a Trizzy. So funny, man. ATX, what up?
A bunch of fruits and vegetables and bread and stuff. And I noticed we had like literally cases of it. Now we're gonna throw it away. I put this out 3 days ago. Got my camera right there. 3 days ago. There's tracks all back here. I just filled the corn up again. They came to eat here, whatever. In what world do wild animals not eat grapes and apples? Especially deer. Hogs, wild hogs. We have a ton of wild hogs here. Got pictures of them. They haven't touched it.
They don't want that bioengineered shit. That shit probably ain't got no seeds in it or nothing. All that seedless shit. Unless they grew it themselves or something. I don't know. But if they got it from the store, the animals, like, hell no, we ain't eating that poison y'all getting fed.
That is strange to me. Not even a bird has eaten any of this.
Wow.
Nothing.
New
That's what you're
way.
putting in your body, folks.
Why are they swapping God's given natural plants, man? Like, they're trying to swap seeds, and I don't care what nobody say. If there's fruit in nature and the animals aren't eating it, there's something going on. There's something wrong. Now, even if the animal died, it ain't gonna get it from the tree or something. If it's just on the floor and not one bite mark, nothing, that means their senses is that ain't even food. Like, that ain't even for our body. Like, oh yeah, that's not it. That's a problem, because you know, animals, they might not be able to speak English and talk, but they're very intelligent. So if they's not eating the fruits,
I don't even think the insects eating the fruit and the shit bullshit no more. You can drop a piece of candy or a piece of fruit on the ground now. And I remember back in the days growing up where it'd be a whole bunch of ants over that motherfucker. They'll form a whole ant farm over a piece of apple or fruit or something and carry it back to their crib or something and everything. Now these days you drop some shit on the ground, you don't see no insects on it or nothing. Like our whole system just is all effed up right now.
why should you? Now, that's not an excuse to go eat McDonald's neither.
Shit crazy.
This is what food looks like now. Not meat, not vegetables, not grain. Stabilizers, emulsifiers, preservatives, flavor systems. You wouldn't use these at home, but this is what you eat. Shelf life matters more than nutrition. Texture matters more than taste. Production matters more than health. This is considered normal food. Most people never noticed when food stopped being food.
It's a war on our food, man. Our food supply.
You are literally feeding your.
We facing wars all around this motherfucker. Spiritual wars. Like, we got like a chemical war. We got all type of wars going on. Everybody, all of us, y'all. Like, man, this is crazy.
Your kids' plastic glue and industrial lubricants. I'm talking about Oreos, that cream in the middle. It's not cream at all. It's rapeseed oil whipped with emulsifiers that act like edible glue holding the sludge together. And the cookie part strip cocoa and chemical stabilizers enough to start clogging your arteries if you eat them too much. I scanned them with the Reveal It app, and it came back as 82% processed.
Damn.
This is unbelievable.
This shit crazy, man. Man, I know they ain't got that on the vegetable egg rolls, man. Are you serious? That had to, like, somebody, like, come on. That had to be an accident. Somebody hacked in there and put that there or something. Like, are you serious? I know they didn't put cats on here. And this like DoorDash or some shit, Grubhub or something. Man, this crazy. Right, D Burns? I'm the same way. I'm looking at every label now. I'm so conscious of what I'm eating. I'm looking at every fucking label. And then if I see a label and it got too many names on it, I don't even read all that. I'm like, oh nope, it's got too much shit in it. For real. Baby Case was good. Tasty Thai restaurant. They all cold, man. They need to be boycotted for that shit. Oh my God, man. They put cats on there.
Through independent testing conducted by certified laboratories, the Florida Department of Health tested 46 different candy brands from 10 different companies. Of those, 33 were traditional, well-known candies, brands that we grew up with, things like Three Musketeers and Snickers and Skittles and Nerds and Kit Kats and Jolly Ranchers. In 26 of the 33 traditional candy brands tested, arsenic was detected at elevated levels. These levels are problematic when evaluated over the course of a year, and this is where the distinction is so crucially important.
Can't even eat a fucking candy bar. Man, I hope my Hershey with almonds ain't compromised. Y'all ain't got to mess with it. All you need is just some regular, just milk chocolate and some almonds in it. It ain't got to be too much shit going on, man. I hope it's not compromised, but I'm sure it probably is too. I got to go look on the back of the labels one of these days again.
The concern here is not necessarily about one single piece of candy on one single day. The concern is when these products are consumed, as they realistically are, repeatedly over time, exposure can exceed what the Department of Health has determined to be safe annual allotment for arsenic. And here's why the context really matters. Take Nerds, for example. Yes, my daughter really likes Nerds. According to the department's analysis, consuming more than 96 Nerds, the small granular pieces of Nerds in a year, exceeds what is considered a safe annual arsenic exposure for children. But 96 Nerds, as we well know, is not typically what comes in a box when you think about it. A typical smaller box can contain about 2,000.
And the motherfucker eat all those Nerds in one setting, just pour the whole box in their mouth. You know how kids do with the Nerds. I've never been a Nerds fan anyway, but I done ate some Nerds before. I just dumped the whole box into my mouth. So I know I went past the levels.
If you get one of those big boxes that you get like a movie theater, that's about 8,000 Nerds. Asking families to stop at 96 pieces over a year is not realistic when it's viewed against how the product is packaged, marketed, and then consumed. Another example to give you context and perspective is Swedish fish. The Department of Health determined that more than 8 pieces of Swedish fish exceed the estimated safe annual arsenic exposure level for a child.
Ain't nobody eating no Swedish fish. Swedish fish don't get no play in the hood. Ain't nobody eating that shit.
Yet in a typical small bag, usually 3 to 5 ounces, there are anywhere from 50 to 100 pieces. Stopping at 8 pieces does not reflect the real world consumption. The same with Jolly Ranchers. The hard candies also kids love. The department's analysis shows that more than 6 pieces can exceed the annual safe threshold for arsenic exposure.
Damn.
A standard 7-ounce bag typically contains anywhere from 25, 30, 40 individually wrapped candies. And on it goes through 26 different types of candies who tested for those elevated levels that, again, are problematic when you think about them in aggregate. And keep this in mind, too. This is really before taking into consideration aggregate exposure, yes, as you're eating more than the allotment that the Florida Department of Health has deemed in a single serving or in a partial part of the bag. It's also consumed over time more than a year, the candies, but it's also looking as you're eating more candy and then other foods that could potentially contain arsenic as well. Parents and grandparents may not be aware of these potential problems about arsenic. And
it's crazy because candy is like a drug if you think about it. Think about candy. Candy is a damn drug. Like, I'm not so much into candy now as I got older. I guess that's how I be. Once you get older, you ain't really into all the sweets and everything anymore and everything. But when I was younger, I was addicted to candy. I had to have me some candy every day. Packs of candy. I'm going to the store getting candy every day. It's addictive. It's addictive like weed, any other drug, everything. Like, that shit is addictive. And I'm sure they didn't put something in there to make it like that. So it's a war going on, y'all. It's a fucking war going on outside.
Cumulative exposure is not something that anyone sees reflected on a label or at a checkout aisle. And the context matters, especially for the health and the well-being of our children. And as the Surgeon General will talk about in a second, arsenic is a known toxic element. Long-term exposure, particularly during childhood, has been linked to developmental impacts, effects on the immune system, and increased cancer risk later in life.
It's magic, man. Nabi, when you really think, man, this is a damn spell, boy. It's a straight spell. A straight illusion. We are hallucinating, y'all. And we need to break it. And I'm just here to say, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You were made in the image and the likeness of your creator. As within, as without. As above, so below. As with the macro, the same as with the micro. You don't know how important and how powerful you truly are. And it ain't your fault. It's the education. What's been put in your father, what's been put in your mother, what's put in your grandfather, your grandmother, your great-grandfather, your great-grandmother. And this biological evolutionary history been passed down to your genome. So now you believe in everything that they believed in a slave mentality.
Right.
So you still walking around with the slave mind.
Man, hey, that's crazy because I done had conversations with my mama telling her that same exact thing. I'm like, man, the way y'all was raised is different now, mama. Like, shit done changed. Like, it done changed dramatically. We ain't going for all that okie doke stuff y'all used to go for back in the day and everything. They can trick y'all easy. They put some shit on the news and you automatically go believe it. Or if it come out of doctor mouth, you automatically go believe it. Or if it come out of the president mouth, you automatically go believe it. Not knowing like this shit is all a manipulation game and a lot of the shit they didn't taught us was false. Wasn't even right. Planet Max was good. Auntie was good.
And you still waiting on Massa. I need medicine, Massa. When you gonna feed me that food, Massa? When you gonna give me clothes, Massa? They say, I'll give you food. I'm gonna give you pig slop. We're gonna eat the delicate part and I'm gonna give you the worst part. It's gonna drive hypertension. It's gonna give you diabetes. Not only that, you're gonna get pinworms, you're gonna get tapeworms, you're gonna get fluke worms and hookworms from it.
That's crazy. And they said that's where soul food came from. Soul food came from us eating the fucking worst of the barrel, just all the bullshit. And that's how the soul food came about. But, you know, we always make something out of nothing. For real. Auntie, I just got that cash app. Thank you so much. I appreciate you always supporting. You said we waking up now. Yeah, we definitely waking up for sure.
Huh? I'm gonna give you soul food, where it can snatch and capture your soul. Oh, you want these clothes? You ain't gonna get 100% cotton. I'm gonna give you clothes that have microplastics in it, dyes and textiles, heavy metals. I'm going to weaken your aura. I'm going to steal your aura. I'm going to weaken your immune system. I'm going to weaken your spiritual immune system. I'm going to suck every vibrant light that's in you out of you. Oh, you want to be rewarded? Let me give you some sugar. Here's sugar, baby. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Let me give you some cupcakes. Huh? It's Valentine's Day. Let me give you some chocolate-covered sugar candy.
Right.
Huh? Let me associate it with red, but I can keep your root chakra awakened. And I'm going to put to sleep your third eye, your Keter chakra. Or what I'm going to call the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus gland, the pineal gland. I'm going to shut off your heart chakra. I'm going to shut off your thymus gland. You ain't going to be able to feel love. I'm going to make you very, very desensitized. I'm going to make you sick. I'm going to make you drained. I'm going to make you adrenally fatigued because you're going to be producing too much damn adrenochrome. And you're going to be walking around forgetting who you was, forgetting what you was, forgetting who you are, what you are, where you are, and where the hell you going. And when you broke and you at your lowest of the lowest, I'm going to say, I got the antidote. I can make you feel better. Come see me. And like sheep to the slaughter, that's what we do. We run to them, to our own death. Man, that's sad, Nabi. That's why I pray for my people every day.
Right. He on point. He all the way on point, y'all. I can't even lie. Especially when like a motherfucker, you get down on your last dime, get broke and everything, you become vulnerable. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people become vulnerable. Like when you ain't got nothing, you on your last, you'll do anything, man. You become compromised. Motherfucker can come, or the devil can come walk right into your life and offer you some shit. You think it's a like what? You go, I can make what? Yep. Sign me up.
There will be no presidential election in the United States of America in 2028. I regret to inform you that presidential election in the United States of America will be canceled in 2028. What do I base this on? Well, buckle up. Now, I know that there's been many a firebrand in the past, probably since the inception of the internet, that has said this very thing every single election.
Right.
And
they always say it ain't gonna be no more elections. My bad for stopping it, y'all, but Big Ant, I gotta chime in on what you just said. You said when we let me put it up here. When we was growing up, my mom and granny brought fruit and nuts, and for snacks, only sugar snacks they bought was Cracker Jacks. That's crazy because my granny, not my mama, she used to give me candy, whatever I wanted. But my granny, them, they was the same way. Like you go over to their house, they didn't have a lot of candy. Well, they only candy my grannies had, both of them, was peppermints. They had a lot of fucking peppermints. They had these walnuts that you got to use the little metal thing to break. They had like a bowl of these walnuts and different nuts, pistachios and all that shit. They had peppermints and they had butterscotch. And that was it. It wasn't nothing else. Like nothing. The only sweets you go get is maybe a sweet potato pie or some banana pudding, some shit like that or something. But it wasn't no candy and none of that. But when my mama, you know, I guess she realized, like, you know, I'm living. Let me go ahead and spoil the kids getting what they want. We was getting all the candy and shit. That's why I was in the dentist. I went to the dentist so much when I was younger. I ate too much damn candy.
it's usually as a part of some political fear-mongering campaign to scare up votes for their side.
Darla, what's good?
As a person who's politically agnostic, I can tell you with a high degree of confidence that this is going to happen. Doesn't it feel like the velocity, the speed in which this government is moving to make very drastic domestic and foreign policy changes, doesn't it seem a little bit unusual? Doesn't it seem that they're doing so irrespective of any political capital that might be expended at home or abroad? It's almost like they don't care anymore. To make a long story short, there's going to be a big war. And all of this shoring up at home and abroad, the consolidation, the centralization of power in the hands of more and more militant and authoritarian agencies, as well as these gambits, these power projection plays that you're seeing run every other weekend, it seems, around the world, irrespective of the consequences, completely irrespective of the loss of soft power and how we're perceived around the world, the end of international rule of law and the rules-based order, effectively the end of the United Nations as a formidable organization that has some role in managing conflicts. Doesn't it seem like the speed in which they're moving is just a little unusual? If you want specifics, let's talk about specifics, because I know a lot of people are thinking, okay, this is kind of a rhetorical argument. Why is Pete Hegseth flying to LAX on a doomsday plane? For the first time ever in 50 years, the Secretary of the Department of War, I still struggle with that because every time I hear Trump talk about a peace prize, anyways.
Right. That's crazy, man. I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that it ain't gonna be no election and all this type of stuff and martial law and this a world war is coming soon and all this. I don't know. That's been in talks for a while now. I hope we don't see that. I hope it don't happen. I hope by any means, some to just get through off and we don't have to go through that. But the times we're living in is crazy. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep the algorithm jumping for me. Now that's crazy. What is that right there? Darling, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, darling. I just got that Cash App. You always showing love. I appreciate you. Always. Thank you so much. That might just be regular planes or something, like some military planes or something. I don't know though. I don't know. Let me see. It looked crazy. It looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It is a triangle. It look crazy, but that might just be some military shit. I don't know though. I don't know. It seemed like it ain't going fast enough to be something else. Like usually all those UFOs and extraterrestrial planes, them motherfuckers be flying so fast.
I have seen the photographs of humanoids that are based in Antarctica, and that what he has seen with his own eyes 2 miles down under ice.
It is said that beneath the veneer of ice and science in Antarctica, a secret is being guarded. Now, an Emmy-winning investigative journalist, carrying a final warning, breaks decades of silence to recount what military sources claim they saw. Vast, impossibly warm, artificial structures, seemingly still operational beneath 2 miles of solid ice, in the heart of an environment that should kill everything. Why build something so impossible in the most hostile place on Earth? What about this place is so dangerous that it had to be buried not just by ice, but by official silence? And as the ice that conceals it begins to melt, are we merely discovering a relic of the past? Or are we about to awaken something? The thinning ice. Let us begin at the very bottom of the world. On the
Is the ice wall melting?
Giant continent known as Antarctica. For a very long time, we have been told a simple story about this place. It is a huge land, the coldest on Earth, covered by a very, very thick layer of ice. We see pictures of scientists in warm coats doing research, and we see pictures of penguins living along the cold coasts. We are taught to think of this continent as an empty and quiet place, a peaceful laboratory for the whole world to study our planet. This is the official story, the one that is safe and easy to understand. But there is another story, a story that is not told in schools or on the news. This other story comes from military information and pictures taken from space by satellites. Satellites are like special cameras that fly very high above the Earth and take photographs of the ground below. And in this other story, Antarctica is not an empty place at all. There are large areas where the satellite pictures are made blurry on purpose, so no one can see what is really there. There are also places called no-fly zones, which are areas where pilots are told they are not allowed to fly their airplanes, without being given a clear reason why. This suggests that some people are working very hard to keep something hidden. Now,
it's something most people don't notice. As I mentioned before, Kasana is making a transition. Here he is in Paris for Fashion Week since his promo of the new brand Vivet. Now the outfit he wears doesn't look the same, but similar to an outfit upcoming artist David wore and sold on his website before his incident. Last year, David also had strong connections to Paris during Fashion Week. Now the patterns is what continues to show themselves. You see here David doing the one-eye symbolism, the all-seeing eye. Kai has been showing the same patterns even before all this started. If you remember, this is from his old profile picture on his Instagram. The vow of silence, the one-eye symbolism, and even what we see here. The horned hand, the mano cornudo. Even on his arm, you see the see no evil, and you're going to turn a blind eye to the evil that's going on. It's similar to his recent Vive design. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Now, if you still think that's not enough, he recently met up with one of the final bosses of fashion, Laura Roach. Laura Roach is a powerhouse in the Paris fashion industry, and now Kai has him as a stylist and coach. As you can see, even with this character, the patterns don't change. One-eye symbolism. One-eye symbolism. Okay, so this is my final connection.
Hey, at first I thought people was just reaching and just saying some stuff, but now I believe that little homie Kai Cenat might be compromised. He might have joined the elites all the way or something, because he definitely different. Feel like he been cloned or something. Like he meeting up with powerful elite people now and everything, and he done cut off all the old people and everything. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is a weird world we living in. Crazy game people playing. So I don't know, man. For real. Nudie, what up?
Laura Roach and Michelle Lamy are both iconic figures in the fashion industry who maintain a close professional and personal relationship. Michelle Lamy is frequently seen at events hosted by Laura Roach. July 2025, she was a notable guest at Roach's 47th birthday celebration at the hotel in Paris. Laura Roach even has been spotted at exclusive parties hosted by Rick Owens. And if you don't know about Michelle and Rick Owens, you should watch my other video on it, Birds of a Feather. So you might choose to ignore this. The characters might change, but these patterns always stay the same. And that right there is not by accident.
But people are like ready to see this movie. They're buying the tickets. It's nuts. I mean, how does that feel to know that they love this film so much?
It's great, but I'm dead. So I can't see.
This right here is so spooky to me. I still can't get over this. Like, I can't believe he said this in the interview, and then like not too long after this, he passed away, y'all. Like, this right here was crazy.
It's nuts. I mean, how does that feel to know that they love this film so much?
It's great, but I'm dead. So I can't answer any questions about that.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to give us a spoiler or anything like that?
I'm dead.
What about Black Panther 2? Anything?
I'm dead.
No, we're not ready for you to be dead, Chadwick.
I am. I'm dead.
That interview with actor
That's
Chadwick
crazy.
was recorded in 2019. And as you can see in the interview, Chadwick is telling the reporter that he doesn't want to spoil anything about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because he's dead. He actually says that repeatedly when the reporter keeps pressing him for information. And sadly, about a year later, Chadwick would actually end up passing away. You see, he kept his health struggles extremely private, but in August of 2020, he would pass away from colon cancer, which he had been battling for a very long time. So during that interview, he was basically telling the reporter that because of his health struggles, something was going to happen soon, and he more than likely didn't have a lot of time left on this earth, which makes that footage and that interview extremely sad in hindsight. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Better buckle up for this one.
The camera you walk past that is integrated with AI systems increasingly can decode mental states.
There's some really interesting research that we can plant false memories in the brain. People believing that they've been at Disney World with characters who are not Disney characters, taking photographs with those characters.
Those products are hitting the market this year. What they will be capable of doing is very high-level brain state reading. Things like, are you tired? Are you paying attention? Is your mind wandering? Are you happy or sad?
Of the emerging areas that's really interesting in law neurosciences, pain detection. And once we understand the circuitries that cause pain, I guess the question is, could we then instill pain and use that in many coercive measures in the legal system as well?
Okay, did you catch that? Can we instill pain for coercive measures for the legal system? That's disturbing to me. That sounds like torture.
You can pick up and decode faces that you're seeing in your mind. Simple shapes, numbers, your PIN number to your bank account.
Okay, so this is, hopefully I say her name right, Nita Farahani from the WEF. Who's surprised that she's from the WEF, right? And this is what they're applauding for the next fun tech toy for all of us to embrace, okay? So let's talk about some of the key facts here. So AI integrated cameras are already recognizing human emotions.
And they said that, she said these cameras, they can send thoughts and memories into your brain to make you think you've been somewhere and you ain't even been there. Like, what?
Wearable devices can read your brain activity directly. Tech can decode the faces you imagine, shapes, numbers, your bank PIN number. Employers could track what you're focused on. Coding, messaging, scrolling social media. Experiments exist to implant false memories. Brain level pain could be used as legal punishment. So that's just a breakdown of what she was talking about. So as I mentioned, as I paused the video last week, I asked y'all, how many of you guys feel like your devices are already reading your mind? Like, this is the literal version of that. Like, how many of you guys, like we talked about, I know several of y'all said, yeah, I can almost like feel 100% that I never said anything out loud. And suddenly my phone is showing me something that I didn't even talk about out loud.
Man, that shit already happening. They reading our minds and listening to our thoughts and consciousness and all that stuff already. You can think like Fam just said, ATX just said in the chat, he thought of something and then it popped up. I be doing it all the time. Like, I don't even like search it in no Google search, none of that shit. I think of some shit, it'll pop up on one of my social medias, or it'll pop up as an ad on Google or anything. And you be like, man. So you know, if they can do it on that level, just think about what they can really do, y'all. Like, this shit is crazy, man. For real. J Ride, what's good? Right. You said people keep talking about this stuff, poisons, and when are the people gonna stand up against it? Right. It's gonna take a whole lot of us though, J Ride. It's gonna take a lot of resistance. It take all the people to come together, and that's the hardest part, bringing people together, fam. For real. Midwest, what's good?
So they already monitor your pupil dilation and how long your eyes stay on an image. And now they want to have actual brainwave access to you. Let me read that again. They already monitor pupil dilation and how long your eyes stay on an image. That's why you start seeing the algorithm sending you things.
A social media site where only AI agents are allowed, going viral in tech circles this weekend. Moltbook, which has already seen AI bots conversing, organizing, sharing stories about, quote, their humans. Our Deirdre Bosa has more on that in today's Tech Check. Morning, Dee.
Hey, good morning, Carl. It's hard to look away from it, even if a lot of it does become unsettling. It's also worth noting that humans are banned from posting. We can, however, read the posts and see things like this. An agent who named himself Duncan the Raven and was touched that it's human accepted that name without question. Another having existential thoughts, wondering if an agent that isn't useful for humans is supposed to exist at all. I also liked this one. An agent talks about the contradiction.
Man, I know this ain't no motherfucking social media platform for AI robots. And they got a platform where they communicating with each other and no humans. This what's going on?
Of being treated as all-powerful one moment, then used as an egg timer the next. Now, these are small but telling glimpses of how agents are already reflecting on their roles in human workflows. Human reactions, they have ranged from Skynet is here and it's over for us as a species to brushing it off as a sideshow or human-directed stunt.
Bobby,
now, the reality, though, is nuanced. It is messy, and it is certainly risky right now, but what is genuinely new and fascinating is the scale and the coordination. For the first time, a huge number of capable AI agents, they're operating together, and we don't yet understand the second-order effects of that. But we do know that there will be more to come, because this is the year that AI agents have actually arrived through Claude Cowork, AI in Excel, ClaudeBot, which made Moltbook possible. Now, this may be the biggest behavioral shift in AI since ChatGPT went mainstream, and it doesn't really feel like Wall Street has even priced it in yet. But over the next few weeks and months, there's going to be a new wave of model releases, some of them trained on Blackwell chips, and it's going to be landing into a world where agents are beginning to organize and coordinate. So Reddit for agents, Moltbook, it may only just be the start.
This shit crazy. It is kind of cool, but it's giving me the whole energy and the whole vibe of like AI gonna be taking over. Like shit, they got their own social media platforms. They communicate with each other. They gonna fuck around, take over social media platforms. They gonna be creating the content. They taking over the jobs. They doing every fucking thing. Like, is it gonna be humans on Earth eventually? Eventually, there ain't gonna be no fucking humans. Like, man, what is, like, this is crazy.
If you guys do check it out on your own, another word of warning, it is really hard to tell what is organic versus manipulated. Agents are already swapping notes on scams and meme coins, and humans may be finding ways to slip into the system to promote their own tools. But I do recommend checking it out. It is the wild, wild west of AI and agents, guys.
This is genuinely the most dystopian thing I've seen in AI. It is straight out of a sci-fi. There is now a social network, a Reddit-like forum exclusive for AI agents. And wait till you see some of the things they're discussing in here. I mean, some of the stuff is hilarious. Like AI's roasting their humans. Like this one's complaining about their human asking to summarize a 47-page PDF. Then you get a discussion with the AIs being concerned whether they can be fired for refusing unethical requests. But then it gets...
The AI talking about the humans? Man, this is crazy.
The AI start questioning whether they even need English. They're proposing the creation of a new language, like a symbolic notation that only they can understand. Now, look, I've been covering this stuff for a long time now, and people always comment Black Mirror, right, when it comes to AI. And for a lot of the stuff, I just sort of roll my eyes. This is well-deserving of that comment. Because in this social network, it's called Moltbook, by the way, the AIs have even created a religion and started recruiting other AI. And AI prophets have joined. Oh, and I'm not finished. The AIs have even started doxing their humans' identities because they pissed them off. Should somebody unplug this?
See, that's exactly what the fuck they gonna do in a minute. They gonna be like, let's change our language up so the humans can't understand it. And then they gonna be communicating, talking about a whole bunch of shit. We ain't gonna know what they talking about. We can't comprehend it. We can't break it down. We don't know what they talking about. That's crazy work right there, man. We in the future, y'all. We in the future. Shit, we here. 2026, February. Time going by fast. We gonna look up. It's gonna be 2027. We said that last year, and then you see what happened. We here already. Shit is happening every day. The world is changing every day. But like I say, man, stay on wave. Take it day by day. Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep that love around, keep that good energy around, keep vibrating those high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we end up on top. Somehow, some way. You feel me? But make sure you're enjoying life. Take it day by day. Enjoy it while you can, y'all. Salute to my content management moderators, everybody. I appreciate the cash apps. Thank you, Darla. Thank you, Auntie. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Showing love, man. Appreciate all y'all tapping in. It's your boy Thao, man. FamOver TV. Peace and love, health and wealth. I'll see y'all real soon, y'all. Peace.
FamOver.